We shall consult and dialogue, but never dictate. We shall reach out to all, but never put down a single person for holding views contrary to our own. We are here to further mend and heal this nation, not tear and injure it. In this way, moreover, a few comments regarding the election that brought us here today to this junction. Yes, it was a hard-fought contest and was also fairly won. Since the advent of the Fourth Republic, Nigeria has not had an election of a better quality. I said so. The outcome reflected the will of the people. However, my victory does not render me any more Nigerian than my opponent. Nor does this render them any less a traitor. They shall forever be my fellow compatriots, and I will treat them as such. They represent important constituencies and concerns that wisdom dare not ignore. Some have taken their concerns to court, seeking legal redress. That is their right, and I fully defend that exercise of this right. This is the essence of the rule of law. Over decades ago, our founding fathers bravely gave us this country to place Nigeria on the map of an independent nation. We must never allow the labor of those who came before us to wither in vain, but to blossom and bring forth a better reality. Let us take the next great step. The journey they began and believed in. Today, let us commit our steps to placing Nigeria in our hearts as the indispensable home for each and every one of us, regardless of creed, ethnicity, or place of birth. To my supporters, I thank you. So who did vote for me, I thank you as well. I extend my hand across the political divide. I ask you to grasp the national affinity and brotherhood. For me, political coloration has faded away. All I see here are Nigerians. All of you. May we uphold this vision, an excellent notion as a new Nigeria idea. My fellow citizens, Nigeria idea, which I speak of, is more than just an improvement in economic and statistics. These things are important, but they can never convey the fullness of our story. Our mission is to improve our ways of life in a manner that nurtures our humanity, encourages compassion towards one another, and duly reward our collective effort to social ease that seek to divide us. Our Constitution gives us a nation on paper. We must work hard at bringing these noble documents to life by strengthening the bond of economic collaboration, social cohesion, and cultural understanding. Let us develop a shared sense of fairness and equality. South must not only seek good for itself, but must understand that interests are served where goods come to the north. North must not see the south likewise. Whether from the winding creeks of Niger Delta, the vastness of northern Savannah, the boardroom of Lagos, the building bustling capital of Abuja as busy market of Onitsha. You are all the people. As your president, I shall serve you with prejudice towards none, but compassion and amity towards all. In the coming days and weeks, my team will publicly detail the key aspects of our economic program. Today, permit me to outline in broad terms a few initiatives that divide our concept of progressive good governance and furtherance of the Nigerian idea. The principles that will guide our administration are very simple. Nigeria will be impartially governed according to the rule of law, Constitution. We shall defend the nation from terror and all form of criminality that threatens the peace and stability of our country. We shall remodel our economy to bring our growth and develop the GDP much better, achieve the GDP much better than we have today. I assure you. Do that through job creation, food security, and an end to extreme poverty. In our administration, women and youth will feature prominently. Our government will continue to take proactive steps, such as championing a credit culture, to discourage corruption while strengthening the effectiveness and efficiency of the various anti-corruption agencies. That's to be a continued work in progress. Security shall be top priority of our administration, because neither prosperity nor justice can prevail amid insecurity and violence. To effectively tackle this, and it means more than an increase in number, we shall provide better training, equipment, pay, and fire. On the economy, we target a GDP not less than 6% growth. We aim to accomplish all of this by taking the following steps. Budgetary reform, stimulating the economy without engendering inflation. Industrial policy, to utilize the full range of domestic manufacturing and lessen import dependency. The electricity will become more accessible and affordable to businesses and homes alike. Power generation should nearly double, and transmission and distribution network must improve significantly. We will encourage various state governments to continue to participate in this effort, power generation and distribution of their own. I have a message for our investors, local and foreign. Our government shall review all the complaints about multiple taxation. And review various anti-investment inhibitions. We shall ensure that investors and foreign businesses repatriate their hard-earned dividends and profits home. My administration must create meaningful opportunities for our youth. We shall honor our campaign commitment of 1 million jobs and the digital economy. Our government also shall work with the National Assembly to fashion an omnibus job and prosperity bill. This will give our administration the policy space to embark on labor-intensive infrastructural development, improvement, encourage light industry, provide improved social services for the poor, elderly, and vulnerable. On agriculture, rural incomes shall be secured by Commodity Exchange Board, guaranteeing minimum prices for certain crops. Animal products, a nationwide program for the storage and facilities to reduce spoilage and waste. All of that will be undertaken. Agricultural hubs will be created throughout the nation to increase production and engage in credit, promote credit, engage in value-added processing. The livestock will introduce the best modern practices and steps taken to minimize the perennial conflict. Through this, food will be made more abundant, yet less costly. Farmers shall earn more while the average Nigerians pay less. On infrastructure, we shall continue the effort of the Buhari administration on infrastructure development. And you know how many railroad and water infrastructure are required. On fuel subsidy, unfortunately, the budget that I've glimpsed before I assume office and what I've heard is that no provision is there for fuel subsidy. So fuel subsidy is gone. Subsidy can no longer justify its ever increasing cost and the wake of dry resources. We shall instead rechannel whatever so to fund to better investment in public infrastructure, education, healthcare, and jobs that will materially improve lives for our people. Monetary policy. No house cleaning, thorough house cleaning is necessary. The central bank must work towards a unified exchange rate. This will direct the fund from arbitrage to meaningful investment and the plant and equipment jobs that are powered, that will power the real economy. Interest rate need to come down. Currently too high. Anti-people, anti-business. We have to work on all of those. To me, I know I've taken you through a winding time, a long time today. I will end this speech by assuring that the mandate you have given me is not misplaced. The confidence is there. Hope is back for Nigeria. Just let us be united. Thank you. God bless Nigeria. God bless Federal Republic of Ghana.
Your Excellencies, most distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the inaugural address by the new President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency, President Bola Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic. Please may we put our hands together once more for His Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Invités distingués, mesdames et messieurs, vous venez d'entendre l'allocution présidentielle de son Excellence, le Président de la République fédérale du Nigeria et commandant en chef des forces armées du Nigeria, son Excellence, Président Bola Tinubu, TCRF. Merci, Excellence, et félicitations.
Thank you
to President Bola Tinubu. They're giving his inaugural speech there, and he has touched on almost every aspect of life that Nigerians would like to listen and like to hear, or that concern Nigeria and Nigerians. And some of the things he touched and talked about boil down back to the real things, the things of concern, especially when it comes to security. He talked about the issue of security. He said, we will defend Nigeria from terrorism. That was emphatic. That was a statement of strength and of power, because that statement was generally emphatic.
I want to note that, look, he spent the very first half of the speech talking about unity, talking about the resilience of the country. One of the things he said was, and I just want to quote him, he said, there were rumors that we were going to break as a country, but we are still here. And he said, as long as the world still exists, Nigeria as one will exist. And that for me was very good, because he spent the first half of that speech just talking about the resilience of our country, the rumors that we were going to break, the fact that we are still here, and that we must be committed, as a people to Nigeria, and that he's
national salute, peace and arms. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please may we all rise for the 21-gun salute. Officers and warrant officers in uniform are to salute, and may I respectfully request our distinguished guests not to panic at the sound of the artillery guns by the State House Artillery Battery. Thank you.
Mesdames et messieurs, n'ayez pas peur s'il vous plaît. Le son que vous ont, c'est le son de ce qu'on appelle tir de canon. Ça c'est à l'honneur du président élu, le président Bola Tinubu. C'est juste pour le respecter. Merci beaucoup. N'ayez pas peur s'il vous plaît.
May I request remain standing to sing the national anthem. Thank you. Thank you. At the end of the national anthem, the parade commander will now ride to take permission from the special guest of honor to march off the colors and the rest of the parade. Please, may I request we all rise as a mark of respect while officers and warrant officers in uniform.
May I have your permission to march off the colors and rest of the parade, Your Excellency?
Presidential permission has been sought and graciously granted there by His Excellency, the Special Guest of Honor, which brings us to the end of today's unique and historic occasion, which is the swearing-in ceremony of the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. On behalf of the Central Organizing Planning Committee, members of the Nigerian Armed Forces, the Nigeria Police, we appreciate the Special Guest of Honor and other invited guests for being with us to mark this historic occasion, which is the inauguration and swearing-in ceremony of the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your compeers have been Captain Godfrey Anebi Abakpa, the Assistant Director, Army Public Relations Gas Brigade, Flight Lieutenant Festus Ezenyi of the Nigeria Air Force, Lieutenant Odunayo Lokodana of Gas Brigade Nigerian Army, and the French interpreters have been Mrs. Olubumi Badejo and Mr. Mohamed Tijani. We say goodbye. We thank you for coming. Thank you very much, and God bless.
picture of the president of Nigeria, President Bola Tinubu, leaving Eagle Square right now. And you can see before then, a lot of people were coming to pay homage to him by the stand before he departs the arena. But however, his speech that he has made is very profound, and that speech captures his idea and the agenda of the renewed hope that he has told Nigerians. And if you look at the heading of his speech, it has to do with the Nigerian deal. He talks about the deal with Nigerians, and he broke them down on several things, talking about subsidy. He said subsidy has gone, and then he talked about the issue of security. He said that his government will defend Nigeria from terrorism. He has given assurance. He said electricity will be accessible and affordable. He said the issue of inflation, that government has to do everything to bring down inflation. So these are the things and the yearnings of Nigerians, and they look forward to seeing how this is going to materialize into what Nigerians want.
And one of the things he said, which I think that is probably the biggest takeaway from me and some Nigerians, is similar to something that the former president now, Muhammadu Buhari, said in 2015 when he said, we are not the ruling party, we are the governing party. He said, look, we are not going to, we are going to govern on your behalf. We are never going to rule over you. And I think that it speaks about freedom. Whether it's freedom of expression, whether it's press freedom, whether it's freedom of assembly, whatever that freedom means, it really does speak of freedom, because we know what democracy is. It's a government of the people. It is for the people. It is by the people. And so that particular phrase captures what democracy is really all about. It means that, look, this particular administration understands that, look, it is a democracy, and it must carry Nigerians along, in how it governs.
Yeah, he also talked about the fact, in addition to that line, he said we're going to consult. And the moment you consult with anybody, it means we are all in agreement. That's what it means. You're going to consult, meaning that Nigerians are going to have an idea, also have an input into some of the things that he is doing. And that boils down to the issue of adequate communication. Now, if there's adequate communication back and forth, then there won't be any kind of rancor, because we are all in the know and we are all in an agreement of whatever is going on. So it's really instructive of what he wants to do, and Nigerians look forward to the fact that he has had pedigree, he has had experience, he has had capacity, and he has demonstrated that over the years. When he was governor of Lagos State, and then even as leader of his political party, he was able to navigate the party to a great extent when he was national leader of the political party. So he has been the mentor to a lot of people. So now is governance at the highest level in Nigeria. So we look forward to seeing how those will begin to manifest. One thing that Nigerians wait for now in the coming days and weeks is the team he's going to put together.
Now they're waiting critically. I mean, it's very critical. They're waiting for that announcement. It did take President Buhari a while to put his cabinet together, and Nigerians are watching to see how fast and the kind of people that will make up the cabinet of President Bola Tinubu. And I keep saying that so that we get used to it. Because he came in here as a president. I think this is the one venue in the world where you come in, as the president, and you leave, as a president.
You leave as a president.
You come in as a great man.
In our